Hello everyone, good morning my time. Today is a Labor Day, a US holiday, so there is no trading for me. However, in this video we're gonna have a commentary about institutional order flow of this month, the month of September. So make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Without any further ado, let's dive right in. We have the quarterly chart of US dollar and we see this the quarterly candle is has taken the the sell side liquidity below this low here, below this equal lows previous uh, quarterly candles, filling the quarterly fair value gap after, and right now price is direction to take the buy side liquidity above the previous quarterly candle. So I'm expecting this month to continue bullish, taking this buy side liquidity above this high here, then the next high, and we could see maybe a retracement or a rally higher to do 50% of the quarterly order block, quarterly bearish order block. We could see price retrace to the 50% of the quarterly order block. On the monthly time frame, what we see an accumulation here. Price has been accumulating for 8 months here. See, to this point, price has been accumulating for 8 months. Then price has, for a July candles, price has manipulated the lows of the manipulation of the accumulation, and I'm expecting a distribution above, like we said, the buy side liquidity above previous quarterly candle. Then this equal highs, the buy side liquidity at accumulation highs, filling the monthly CB. Price is reaction from the monthly BC to the monthly CB. Then if price check this high here, we're gonna have a continuation higher, or price could start could shift from this monthly CB to drop slower. But I'm expecting for now price to rally higher, taking the buy side liquidity above previous quarterly candle, then the buy side liquidity above the accumulation highs. On the as you see, the August month here has closed as bullishly, so I'm expecting September to continue bullish also, and we have the monthly order block here. Price could retrace to the monthly order block to continue higher. We could have that. On the weekly time frame, what we see the previous week has dropped lower, feeling this weekly fair value gap here, then has closed as a bullish contraction candle. I'm expecting this week to be an expansion, but I don't want to see price retrace to check previous weekly candle. If price retraces to check this low here, there is a higher chance that price is going to fill this fair value gap. Otherwise, we're going to see a continuation higher as price is just contraction now, and I'm expecting an expansion higher like this. Checking, like we said, the buy side liquidity above these highs here. So my invalidation level is the previous weekly low, right? On the daily time frame, what we see price has taken the sell side liquidity below these lows here, feeling that weekly fair value gap, that weekly BC and price is rallying higher. We have the buy side liquidity above these highs. First, the previous weekly high, let's say maybe previous weekly high, and I'm expecting a continuation higher. For me, if if Monday, I want to see Monday drops a lower or trace a little bit lower to discount, then Tuesday, the low of the week, break of market structure the next day, then a continuation higher like this. But if Monday candle has, or if has closes as an expansion higher, it is a confirmation that we're gonna have Monday the low of the week. But I'm expecting now Tuesday to be the low of the week, and we have this volume imbalance that can react as a support for price to continue higher. On the forward time frame, what we have this range from this low to this high. I want to see I want to see a retracement to this area here, feeling this fair value gap with the volume imbalance right here. So this is the low of the range that I'm using. Right? I want to see price retrace to fill this fair value gap, then a continuation high, taking the previous weekly highs, the buy side liquidity above these equal highs, then the quarterly candles high, right? On the 1 hour time frame, what we see, yes, we have the same thing. We have this range that we want to see price respect to, as price has been accumulating manipulation, taking the lows, filling the fair value gap, then an expansion during NFP. I want to see Monday retrace a little bit, filling the fair value gap that was made during NFP, then a continuation higher. And I don't want to see, I mean, my invalidation level is previous weekly low. If price take the previous weekly low, I'm expecting price to retrace lower. If price take the low of the range, the 4 hour range, I'm going to be on sidelines. I'm going to be waiting for more information to see either price is it gonna continue lower taking the invalidation level, or is price just take the sell side liquidity below this low and it's gonna reverse higher. Otherwise, I'm expecting a bullishness. And we have market maker buy model. I mean by that we have the original consolidation here, right? Second consolidation. Let's say price has reversed from here by taking this high as a break of market structure, and I'm expecting the original consolidation to be taken here, the highs above this equal highs. So this is my next strong liquidity for the week, and price could expect to take the next strong liquidity here. So I'm expecting a bullish dollar. When I'm expecting a bullish dollar, it means that I'm expecting a bearish EURUSD. And as we see, if we go to the quarterly chart, what we see price has filled this fair value gap right here, right? Inside this breaker, price has dropped lower, then we have a retracement to this point. There is two scenarios on the quarterly chart. Either price has taken the sell side liquidity below this low, then it is targeting the buy side liquidity above this high as an accumulation manipulation, then distribution above these highs here, or price which is retracing to premium range. If we use our tool, see price has retraced to premium range, and now it is reaction from premium to drops lower, a continuation lower. However, what we have is that price, this quarterly candle is drop has filled this fair value gap here, then we see a reaction from it. So our drawn liquidity is this sell side liquidity below this low, the previous quarterly candle. I'm expecting for the short term that price is going to check the sell side liquidity below this low. Then the 50% of the quarterly order block as my target, right? We have the 50% here. I'm expecting price to drop lower, taking the sell side liquidity below this low, then a continuation lower to the 50% of the quarterly order block. On the monthly time frame, what we see the previous month has closed bullish, taking July's low as closed bearish, sorry, as closed bearish, taking July's low as a confirmation now that price it is targeting the lows below the previous quarterly low, right? And we have a fair value gap, a monthly fair value gap, a monthly BC that price is gonna seek to fill. I'm expecting price once it take this low, I'm expecting a continuation to fill the monthly BC right here, and we had the 50% inside the monthly BC. So to make my chart clean, I'm using only the fair value gap. Say my invalidation level on the monthly chart is the previous is the previous monthly high. If price checks the previous monthly high, there is a higher chance that it is gonna check the next high as a continuation. But the higher probability for us is price to drop lower to check the lows, this external low, this swing low, as we have a lot of set stops below it. Then filling this monthly BC. This is our next strong liquidity. So I'm expecting EURUSD to be bearish for this month. On the weekly time frame, what we see? Before that, we have a monthly order block. Right, price has an immediate fill of this fair value gap, right? And we have the monthly order block open here. Price could retrace to the monthly order block, then drops lower. On the weekly time frame, what we see price we see the previous weekly candle has retraced to the breaker, to the weekly breaker, to the monthly order block that we had here, the monthly bearish order block, then the weekly breaker, and closed as a bearish contraction candle, taking the buy side liquidity above this previous weekly candle here. So I'm expecting me change that. I'm expecting this week to be a continuation lower, targeting these lows here, the sell side liquidity that we have here, here and here. This is my expectation for this week and the next weeks. And I'm expecting an expansion because the previous weekly candle has been closing as a contraction. So what to expect after a contraction is an expansion, and we're gonna have big moves during this next weeks to the close of the September candle, right? So my invalidation level is this high here, the previous weekly high. So if price from here con rally higher, taking the previous weekly high and closing above it, there is a higher chance that price has just retraced to to the weekly order block, taking the sell side liquidity below this low, and we have a continuation higher. Until then, I'm still expecting bearishness based on the higher time frame, based on the quarterly chart and the monthly chart. I'm expecting price to continue lower, taking the lows, the equal lows below these candles here on the daily time frame, then these lows here. On a daily time frame, what we see? We see price has taken the buy side liquidity above this high, side liquidity has been purged above this high, then the Friday candle has retraced to the daily order block and shows a reaction from the daily order block to drop lower. Yes, we could use now the invalidation level as the Friday's candle. We could say if Friday's candle is taken, I'm gonna be in sidelines waiting for more information to see where price is going, but I am expecting price to continue lower as like we said from the weekly time frame. So the previous weekly high is my invalidation level, as we said. On the 4-hour time frame, what we see? We see price has taken this low here. We see the 4-hour is bearish. Price has break market structure below this low. Then it failed to retrace to fill this fair value gap, but it finds some support on the reverse fair value gap or inverse fair value gap. Then I'm expecting right now for price to retrace to this fair value gap here. Then a continuation lower. If we use and we see the premium is at this range here, doesn't mean that price is not going to move from the discount from this fair value gap, right? Yes, maybe we could see that, but what I'm expecting for price to retrace to premium, and if there is a break of market structure in this area here, that it shows a shift or a displacement that price is retracing without, it is dropping without a retracement to premium, I'm going to check the trade, and if it checks me out, I'm going to wait for premium, right? It's easy. So on 1 hour time frame, what we are expecting, we see that we have this 1 hour fair value gap right here. I'm expecting price to fill this fair value gap here. So I'm waiting for this level now, and we could see some kind of Monday consolidation, then Tuesday high of the week, something like this. Let's say some kind of Monday consolidation, then Tuesday the high of the week that would make some break of market structure, a shift, then an entry here to drop lower at New York or maybe at Wednesday for a continuation lower, taking the buy side liquidity below these lows here. As we see, we have multiple equal lows, and also we have a market maker sell model, as this is the original consolidation, the next consolidation, a reversal here. Once price it took this low, we have a reversal, smash money reversal after taking the buy side liquidity above these highs, then an expansion or a distribution lower below these lows here, taking the sell side liquidity. So we have sell side liquidity below previous weekly lows. Right, so we have the 1 hour BC slash 4 hour BC. I'm expecting price to trace to this level. On cable chart, what we see on cable, we go to the quarterly chart, what we see price is inside this fair value gap, inside this quarterly candle breaker, this quarterly breaker. Yes, we could be expecting price to drop lower, but I'm but what I'm seeing is um, so what I'm seeing on the cable is price has taken this low here, then could have an accumulation, manipulation and distribution above this high, or price could just be retracing to the premium of this range from this high to this low, then a continuation lower. Otherwise, this is my confirmation. If price takes the previous quarterly low, there is a higher chance that price it is gonna maybe find some support on this quarterly bullish order block on to the 50%. And if this low failed to support price higher, there is a higher chance that it is gonna be a continuation lower. I'm still expecting bullishness on cable for a long term of for a long term IF, but if price check like we said, if price check this low, I'm expecting price to continue lower, to drop lower, to fill this monthly order block or the quarterly order block. Then if price doesn't show any signs of reversal or a shift higher, I'm going to follow the IF, the quarterly IF to continue lower. On the monthly time frame, what we see, the monthly is bullish. We have a monthly bullish IF. Like we see price is it take this high, making a high here, then a low here, then another high here, right? So I'm expecting bullishness from this monthly order block. Let me show you. And this is my invalidation level. If price check this low, like we said, I would be expecting this low to be taken right here, filling this fair value gap. This on monthly time frame. Otherwise, I'm still expecting price to continue higher. And the next candle, the September candle, could drop lower, taking the sell side liquidity below this low here. Something like this. It drops lower, taking the sell side liquidity, then a continuation higher. Or maybe price could just continue lower based on how the weekly candles gonna be closed. So right now I'm expecting the monthly order block to be continuation, but as a short-term draw in liquidity, I'm expecting this low to be taken, the sell side liquidity, the previous monthly low. This is my short-term draw in liquidity. Otherwise, I'm still expecting price could check this low, then I continue higher if we have a shift. If not, I'm not gonna force the idea. So I have sell side liquidity below this low, and as we see, the previous weekly candle has closed as a contraction candle. So this is my invalidation level. If price from here rally higher, taking this high here or this high here, for me there is a higher chance that we're gonna have a continuation higher. Otherwise, I'm still expecting price to drop lower to the weekly order block inside the monthly order block here. And if price, like we said, check my invalidation level, I'm expecting price to drop lower, feeling this volume imbalances that price has left. Then this low here, the monthly fair value gap below this low here. So let's see a confirmation for both of these scenarios. But the higher scenarios for me if is price to drop lower, checking the previous monthly low here, and our invalidation level is above this previous weekly candle. On the daily time frame, what we see, the daily time frame is bearish, and you see that price has retraced higher to this daily order block, then it drops lower, breaking market structure below this low. If price is bullish, we're gonna see a continuation above this high. Until then, we're gonna be expecting bearishness, right? And we see price has retraced to this order block, this daily order block as premium, and shows a reaction from it to drop lower. So I'm expecting price to continue lower, and we have the daily order block here as a level to react from. Right? So I'm expecting price to react from this daily order block to continue lower, and if price take this high, like we said, we have buy side liquidity above to target this high is here, this high, then this high. On the 4-hour time frame, what we see? We see price has dropped lower during NFP week with this displacement here, confirming that price is taking this low, is targeting the previous monthly lows. So I'm using this range here from this high to this low. I'm expecting some retracement to premium to the daily order block, then a drop lower. It could move my invalidation level above this high here. If price check this high, there is a higher chance that price is gonna check this high here. So my invalidation level now has changed to this 4-hour high. So I'm expecting price to respect the premium of this 4-hour range to drop lower. And we have a 1-hour fair value gap right here. So this is what I'm expecting for cable, a drop lower, and we see maybe we're gonna have Tuesday the high of the week. Based today we have a US bank holiday, so I'm expecting a consolidation this day. Even if we see movement, I'm not gonna trade during the holiday. I'm gonna go do something else, right? So there is no trading for me this day. So I'm expecting tomorrow to have the high of the week, checking the buy side liquidity above Monday's candle, then a drop lower. That's what I'm expecting for the next week. For GPY, what we see on GPY chart index, we see price on, on the monthly time frame. Price has closed bearishly, so I'm expecting this month to be bearish as well and to target this low here. Right now, my invalidation level is this high here, the previous monthly high. If price check previous monthly high, there's a higher chance to check this high here and to fill this fair value gap. Otherwise, I'm expecting a continuation lower. On the weekly time frame, what we see price has filled this fair value gap right here, this small fair value gap, like we see. Then it shows reaction from it to drop lower, and the previous candle has been what has been contraction. So I'm expecting an expansion soon, and my invalidation level could say is this high. If price check this high for me, I'm going to be on sidelines. I'm not going to change my bias of the bearish bias, but I'm going to be waiting for more information. And if I see bullish of information, I'm going to check by entries, but I'm going to be looking for that. I'm going to be waiting for more information, but the higher probability for me, even if price check this high, is the side liquidity, because we still have this weekly order block that price could just retrace to and find some resistance to drop lower. On the daily time frame, what we see, like we said, this is my invalidation level, and price has filled this fair value gap right here, then drops lower, taking this low here, and we have now a retracement to this rejection block, and I'm expecting a continuation lower to check this low. And if price, like we said, retrace higher, taking this high here, there is that weekly order block, and there is this daily fair value gap, and we could see some retracement to this range here, to premium of this range to drop lower. Otherwise, I'm expecting this range to hold. If you see, I'm expecting price to continue lower. So for CADJPY chart, like we said, GPY is bearish, so I'm expecting CADJPY to be bullish as well. So where is CADJPY? On the monthly time frame, what we see on the monthly time frame? We see the previous monthly candle has been closed as a contraction candle. It didn't check this low, it didn't check this high, the bodies is contraction, so I'm expecting this month to be what? To be an expansion, taking the buy side liquidity above this high here. Like we see the buy side liquidity above this high, and we could see price drop slower, taking these lows here to this monthly fair value gap. We could see that price drops lower to this monthly fair value gap, then a continuation higher, taking the sell side liquidity below these accumulations here. Because contraction candle, we could see on lower time frame that has been accumulating orders here. Like on the weekly time frame, on daily time frame, we see price has been accumulating orders. Like this is an accumulation, and we can see price drops lower here, then a continuation higher. So what is the confirmation from me for price to drop lower to this level is this low. If price take this low here, there is a higher chance that price is just gonna drop lower, filling the monthly fair value gap, then a continuation high. I'm not saying then uh, a continuation lower, but I'm going to wait for a confirmation. Otherwise, if we don't have any confirmation from this level here, we still have this weekly fair value gap that is not unfilled, that is unfilled here. So for me, if price take this low, there is a higher chance that price is just gonna drop slower here to find some support. And if price doesn't find some support here, I'm going to be looking for this fair value gap to be filled. Otherwise, the IF is still bullish. Draw liquidity is this high here. I'm expecting from this level price to continue higher, and we could say now that this is the invalidation level. But if we go to the daily time frame, this is like a accumulation, and we have this equal highs, and price could just the next day Monday candle could drop slower, taking these lows here, all these lows inside this daily order block. Could see price do that, drop slower, taking all these lows, then a continuation above this buy side liquidity, or maybe price could use this as a big accumulation, taking all these lows. If price check this low here, if price check this low, there is a higher chance to have a continuation lower taken to equal lows here, then some kind of break of market structure shall continue higher. Otherwise, I'm still expecting bullishness from this level here, from this daily order block, like we said, and we have buy side liquidity below these lows here. Sell side liquidity, sorry for that, below these lows here. On the 4-hour time frame, what we see? We see price has dropped lower here to the daily order block, but even though I'm going to be waiting for what? I'm going to be waiting for this high to be taken to to say that price now it is going to be going higher. Otherwise, I'm still expecting price to find some kind of support here, maybe to drop lower, taking the equal lows here. So this is an accumulation, big accumulation, and I don't try to I don't trade inside a consolidation. I want to see where price is first is heading. So I'm going to be waiting for a break of market structure above these highs. Yes, price could break market structure above this high, then drops lower, and I'm going to have my invalidation level for that. If price check the buy side liquidity above this high, I'm going to be expecting a continuation to these highs here, but if price it didn't show that displacement above this high and just took them then closes inside this range, there is a higher chance that price is going to drop lower, checking the sell side liquidity. For me, CADJPY now is consolidating. I'm going to be waiting for more information. I'm not going to trade it for this week, but I'm going to trade EURUSD and GBPUSD. For gold, what we have on the monthly time frame, what we see? We see price is inside this monthly order block, right? Let's say get rid of all of this. Is inside this monthly order block. Price has taken sell side liquidity. Which I wonder. Okay, I'm sorry, right? Price has taken the sell side liquidity below these lows here. Then the buy side. Then I'm expecting price a continuation high to check the buy side liquidity above these highs here. Right here, I don't. Yes, price has taken the buy side liquidity above these highs by this candle, but I'm still expecting more buy stops that we're gonna have here. We're gonna have a lot of buy stops above this high, and the IF is still bullish until this low is taken. This low here. I'm still expecting bullishness until this low is taken here. And as we see, the August candle, what it did, price has dropped lower, taken the sell side liquidity below this low, and closes as a bullish contraction candle. I'm expecting the next candle to be bullish as well, right? However, if price closes above this high, it is a confirmation for price to continue higher. Otherwise, you could see price retrace a little bit, then a continuation higher. But like we said, I'm expecting a monthly IF, monthly bullish IF for price to continue higher, taking the buy side liquidity above this highs here. On the weekly time frame, what we see price has retraced to this monthly range. This is the monthly range. Price has retraced to this count of this monthly range, and if we use our Fibonacci levels, we see we have a retracement to the optimal trade entry here, and we have a reaction from that continuation higher. And if price, like we said, check the previous monthly high or discounted here, which is a confirmation that price which is targeting higher prices to fill this weekly CB here, then a continuation higher. And we could say that price has retraced taking sell side liquidity here on the daily time frame, filling the fair value gap below this on this daily time frame, daily BC, right? Checking sell side liquidity, then a reaction higher. And as we see, price has taken from this high here. From this high, it was my invalidation level to continue lower. So once price it took this low, I'm expecting price to continue higher, and we have a daily range, we could say. Could see some kind of drop lower, then a continuation higher. Then if price check this low here, could be expecting that price has been reaction from premium of this range here, has been reaction from premium of this range to this daily order block. If you see checking buy side liquidity above this high, then it is dropping lower if it take this low. Otherwise, I'm still expecting bullishness. Like we said, price has retraced to optimal trade entry, break market structure above this highs here. Then the daily IF is bullish, the weekly IF, right? The weekly IF, could say the weekly IF is still bearish until this high is taken. However, we are in a monthly levels. Price is reaction from a monthly level. I'm expecting bullishness from the monthly level, right? So what is the monthly level? It is the monthly order block right here after taking sell side liquidity below this low, and the monthly has closed as a bullish contraction candle, right? So, and we have a confirmation on the daily time frame as price has taken the buy side liquidity above this high, and you see that the daily fair value gaps, the daily discount PWA has been supporting price, this fair value gap right here, then this fair value gap here. Then I'm looking for a continuation higher. That's what I'm looking for, to check this sell side liquidity above these highs. And like we said, if price drops lower, checking this low, I'm going to be targeting these lows here as the weekly is still bearish, right? So this is what I'm expecting for the rest of the week. For tomorrow, tomorrow we're gonna have, if we have a if I got an entry tomorrow, I'm going to share I'm going to make a video about how I how I entered, explaining my A plus setup. So stay tuned for that. See you in the next video.